Hi, it's Belinda, Aussie Stitcher, coming to you on this 9th of February for a little bit of a Flosstube extra. I'm going to be showing you all my Joan Elliot whips and stash. I did a Mirabilia one October-ish and then decided not to do any more until this year because we had a whip parade, and you know, you see everything again and again and again, and I didn't think that would be necessarily enjoyable. But because I'm 2 people down in my household, I have a bit of free time in February, so I'm going to be doing it this weekend. I'll do one next weekend, and then we'll see how we go. So, I nearly forgot my whips. Had to quickly do a dash through, got all my stash, and then I went, oh, I feel like I have more. Like I'm missing oh, that's right, they're whips. So, they've just been dumped on this side. And we'll get started because this is just showing Joan Elliot. So these are my whips up first. And first one in this one, it's a stitch and button bag. And I just have to, because this is a chart from a magazine. There we go. This is Joan Elliot, the Reader. And I think the only major difference from this to her actual chart is, instead I think it was, hang on, great start, Belinda. Yeah, so the border in this is charted with light effects. And I just immediately changed it to chronic. Which chronic? Chronic 028. This is stitched on 32 Belfast Bashful by Picture This Plus, and I started this in 2017. And that is where I'm up to. I have a magazine page finish. I think I did that last year, maybe, or the year before. So I love this, and as you see, I've got, I think, nearly the whole set. After I do, I think it was the Christmas Angel, this one will be coming out as a focus for a finish. In this bag is a very special one. Bag matches, or ish. This is the Time Traveller. It's not necessarily a Doctor Who one, but this came out about the time that Jodie became Doctor Who, or there was hints of her, a female doctor, not necessarily her. And this just, I don't know, took my heart. I love it so much. Pretty much started it as soon as I got the chart. And this is stitched on 32 count 4 Fairy by Colour Cascades. And this was also started in 2017. And I have a page finish, and that umbrella is just my fave. It came out so good. Love the colors. Oh, just love that umbrella. The way it is stitched and back stitched just gives it the dimension. Love it. Love it so much, I got a bit of lipstick on it. This is why I don't wear lipstick. Anyway, that will come out easily. So, yeah. The Reader in this would be my absolute favourites of all time. This is a stitch and button bag. I don't know if you're actually interested in the bags, but some people like to know where bags come from. This is Dragon Fairy. Also a very beautiful. I actually, on a side note, really love stitching Joan Elliot charts. If you're not, or if you are a Mirabilia fan or a Fancy Lady fan, Joan Elliot stitches are just, they're amazing, and her charts have evolved. At one point, a lot of the back stitch like followed the boxes, and I've noticed in her newer charts they are more flowing. But just the essential of stitching them, you literally pick a thread and it can go quite a way. You can nearly use your whole length depending on how length you are before you can grab the next one and keep going. I mean, there is some always, like this would be, the dragonflies would be a bit confetti and 3/4 stitchy and all that, but I just love Joan Elliot. This is 32 count even weave. I don't have a name of the fabric. Do I have a name? No, I don't. I don't have a name of the fabric. And this was started in 2018. It's just, yeah, beautiful. Her color transitions are just amazing. Sorry, I am putting everything away. I know this can annoy people. I should put a disclaimer not to wear earphones if noise bugs you. Okay. This was actually a gift from some very lovely ladies in the midst of when my oldest was going through a bone infection in her toe. That was a story and a half. That went for 3 months of pain. Just the bag. Chart inside is Tiny Dancer. Just look at those beautiful colors, and grand scheme of things, like that is just so colorful, so beautiful. But you turn to the back and that is the DMC. And then it just tells you the like quarter stitches and that, depending on how you want to do it. I do my quarter stitches just depending if there's a back stitch coming through. I just do it literally, yeah, quarter. Some people do like a line back up, but I just do that little leg to help with the back stitching. But yeah, and this really does have a puny little start. I don't have a card with it, so I don't know on the top of my head the fabric, but that'd be 32 count. I feel like this is a Colour Cascades, and I think I started this in like 2020. Not a huge start. I had a whole heap of starts in 2020 and I just never got back to them. In this beautiful stitch and button bag is the Embroiderers. This is the companion to the reader, and I can't remember, but I think this is coming out this year for one of my monthly pulls. This was actually started for a friend's birthday, and this is 32 count Barbie Girl. And that's where I'm up to. This is quite a big one. I'm doing 2 charts on one piece of fabric. This is another stitch and button bag. And I am doing the Rags to Riches Cinderella, and I'm doing it like this one here. And this, I remember, has a very non-existent start. This is stitched on 32 count vanilla lace by hand dyed by Stephanie. And this was a 2020 start as well. And it's not even, that's it. I am, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm trying to whip down. And I say that, and I've had a couple of starts this year, and I might have another one. And that's to replace all my samplers that I keep, or non-fancy ladies that I keep finishing. But I am trying to whip down, so I have maybe like all up 15 fancy ladies, and then I'll have like 10 others. But I'm finding I'm finishing all my samplers, and I have more fancy ladies than samplers, and I like having my rotation as fancy lady, non-fancy lady, fancy lady, non-fancy lady when I'm stitching. So yeah, I'm thinking of starting another one, not necessarily soon, but sometime this year, just to keep the sampler number up. But I really like fancy ladies, and I love Joan Elliot, and I keep buying them. And the Twist Stitch and Button bag was one that I actually just recently worked on, and it's the dragon and the fairy. So I did this for a friend's birthday. And this is stitched on 28 count something. To go back and fix my records. And that's where I'm up to. I have decided though, so beautiful, so sparkly. I have monthly pulls where I just pull 12 projects randomly out of my, I think it's nearly 45 plus whips, and I do 1,000 stitches a month. And then I have my 3 monthly pulls. So I have 4 whips that have 3 months. Next year I'm going to have a Mirabilia, a Joan Elliot, and then 2 others, so that some of these can get more progress on. Because yeah. And there might be randomly different ones every year. This one I'm feeling might be a 3 monthly one next year. This one or Time Traveller. Now, we'll go with this one first. This is my focus on a finish for this year. It is Sleeping Beauty, which was a gift to me by a friend, stitching mate. And I got this half done, and I have done some stitching on it this month. My little card in here, and it's stitched on 32 count Belfast, picture this plus in Bashful, and I did like 500 stitches because working light colors on light fabric was not great, and I have a stain. Somehow coffee ended up on my fabric, but it's going to be covered, so I'm not overly fussed. So there we are. And I was hoping that I could get this done this year, but the reality is this is going to be a next year finish. So this will just keep getting focused on every month until it's finished. Oh, sorry. And then once that is finished, in this bag is my next Joan Elliot for a finish. It won't necessarily get worked on every month, but it will get worked on until it's done. And that is Christmas Blue Angel. And this is stitched on 32 count Belfast in Mermaid Tails and Angel Wings. Mermaid Tail and Angel Wings is the fabric designer, and I did look her up and she still dyes. And this was started in sometime in 2016, which is why it's my next focus on a finish. And I just love that. So beautiful. This fabric is just like pain in the ass to stitch on. Not the dye's fault, just that sometimes some Belfast, I don't actually like Belfast much anymore, is more slubby and the threads are not as even. So yeah, that is my Joan Elliot whips. Now the only one that I have kitted up in a bag is actually going to be a restart. This was like the burr of my existence. This is another one that was it Enchanting Aurora. As soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to stitch it, and I got like this done. But the fabric was just killing me. The chart killed me. I got a colors chart, and then I'll never get another color chart. Doesn't matter the designer. So then I tried to photocopy it, and that didn't work. So I ended up buying a black and white chart, and that was heaps better. But yeah, I got like a whole page and a bit done. And I ended up just UFOing it. And I will restart it again one day. I still love this chart. And this is a very special bag. This was given to me from a friend who loves purple and pansies. And she's a Flosstuber. What it is, Caves, Craft or Possibilities. But yeah, very nice of her. So now I have slightly kitted just charts in my chart bin. So I'll grab a few and we'll go from there. Chrysanthemums, fairy. I'm not going to pull them out of the bag. Another beautiful chart, and wow, this one, it's very well detailed. So it tells you the full stitches, the back stitches, the beads, and how much thread you need. The charts are amazing. The unicorn and the maiden. Oh. If you order directly from Joan Elliot, she can sometimes send you one of these. But unicorn and the maiden. Sunflower fairy. Just so beautiful. Summer fairy. Autumn fairy. Dropping fairy. Oh, another one. Let's move that out of the way. Love these autumny colours. Peony fairy. That is just amazing. And again, when you look at the back, like not a lot of beads, and in reality not a lot of colors, but you get this amazing effect. Glory of Spring. The Sorceress. I'm not necessarily a Halloween stitcher, but I actually really do like this one. You could also even be slightly Hogwartsy, like Harry Potter. You've got the owl, the cat, bits and pieces, depending on how you want to look at it. Winter's Gift. That fox is really cute. Yuletide Fairy. I have to say though, all the winter scenes for Christmas doesn't really cut it for Australia, but I still love the chart. And to go along with the Reader and the Embroiderers, you've got the Gardener. And the Musician. Fairy of the Rainbow. There we go, that's a bit better. Just so bright and beautiful. Celtic Reflections. Medieval Maiden. This was a gift to me, pretty sure, by Lisa from New Zealand. Because when I say Lisa, that there's so many Lisas in the cross stitching world. The Jewel Box. This is a magazine one, and I'm pretty sure it's called the Poppy Fairy. This was a gift to me from Megan, Stitching May, Fairy of the Wind. And I have got Water Goddess. Now I did have Fire and a couple of the others, but I realized that I was buying it for the set, not that I really actually liked all of them. So I'm getting a bit more fussy, and if I don't like all of them, I'm not buying them. And I have already stitched Earth Goddess, and I gave to a friend because I finished it about the time that her mum died. And my friend is very earthy. She's just a beautiful earthy woman, and it just seemed fit for her to have that. And I like Water Goddess, but I didn't like the others. And the other one I've got is I have the Ultimate Fantasy, and this has some Joan Elliott as well. So I'll do a quick flick to a Joan Elliott. Now, so I've got Once Upon a Time. Dream a Little Dream. At One with Nature. Sitting Pretty. That's quite a cute one. Oh, sorry, that might be a bit loud. So I just swing it around. Picked Just For You. count your blessings. Make a wish. And I think that is it. Yeah. So quite a few in this one. And I do have a book with the Joan Elliot that the reader come out of, but I don't know where all the pages are because I actually broke the book in half to get the reader out so I could read the chart properly. And I've put it in a very safe spot. But anyway, that is all of my Joan Elliot whips. Maybe next weekend I'm hoping to do like all the others, which would be quite a longer video. So all my samplers, long dog samplers. I actually might do the long dog samplers at a different one because that requires a lot of pictures, because mine are black and white copies and they don't do justice to the charts that are not monochromic. So anyway, I hope that, I don't know, inspires you to start a Joan Elliot if you haven't, or go and buy one. And yeah, they're a wonderful, easy reading charts. They are beautiful to stitch, beautiful colors. She is a fabulous designer. And that's it. I hope everyone has a great day and I'll talk to you later. Bye.